Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today it's once again me playing, and I'm in the Shimakaze, the tier 10 Japanese destroyer. I'm on the map Loop in a 3-point domination game. Well, there is one carrier, there is one radar, and well, I'm the only destroyer. Now the enemy team has a Khabarovsk, not a very sneaky destroyer, which means we have a distinct advantage when it comes to taking caps. Now I'm also divisioned with a Des Moines, and as I approached here, I provided a smoke trail here for my Des Moines, so I can have some anti-air and radar support if needed. Now with a Des Moines this close, I'm not too worried about the carrier. Now obviously with my smoke gone, I can't just drop into concealment if a carrier would arrive. But so far the carrier actually doesn't really care. You can see the carrier is over a day cap. I mean, it's pretty obvious where I am as the only destroyer. But I guess the carrier is more interested in farming damage than in actually spotting me, which is very nice. Also, the Des Moines, the only radar, seems to be going towards the B cap, which once again means that I'm pretty safe around here. Well, but I'll have to be careful still. Like, the carrier can very fast, like, switch where he wants to go. Like, if he just records his planes and then sends the next squadron towards me, it could be here in a heartbeat. So I can't really go too close to the enemies. I'll just have to stay a little bit closer to my fleet here, because, well, I mean, if I'm further away, the enemy will have a harder time hitting me if I get spotted, and obviously I can immediately run into a lot of friendly anti-air here if needed. Now I have some torps going for this smoke screen, and we're going to see if we'll catch anything over there. Now it looks like the enemy team is forming a massive blob here, and look at that, we found something. That's nice. Now, this massive blob is a big advantage for me as a Shimakaze, because it means I can hit a lot of ships there with my torps in theory. Now, of course, I have 12-kilometer range, and quite a few of those might be too far away. And I will have trouble getting close enough, because as I said, like with a carrier, you really gotta be careful with your positioning. And now we have a Khabarovsk coming this way. Now I'm turning my ship away already because I don't want to be spotted by this Khabarovsk. Khabarovsk has some very dangerous guns, and well, there is an entire fleet here that probably wants to touch me in very bad places. So I'm staying far enough away that the Khabarovsk can't see me. I'm trying to torp the, like, I mean, I assume the Khabarovsk will run this way, so we have some torps going this way. And I can't launch another salvo because I'm currently turning, I guess. But yeah, I'm going to great lengths to make sure that I'm not getting detected here, because I feel like it would end badly for me. But if I can just keep this guy spotted, I have some nice little ships here that are more than willing to shoot the enemy destroyer. So no reason for me get engaged. Now we have the A cap, we have the C cap, there is still the Des Moines around the B cap. Now I would consider just trying to take B, but no reason to risk it against this Des Moines. We currently don't need the cap. We are already doing pretty fine points wise. So right now I'm just trying to torp a little bit. And, well, I mean, there is so many ships here that I decided to use my second launcher over there instead of the Kurfürst. Now, usually it pays off to focus with your launches on maybe one target. And, oh, look at that! We torped the Kurfürst. So, I mean, if I'd used more launches against the Kurfürst, the chance of getting a hit would be a lot higher. Like, if you spread your torps around too much, they're a lot easier to dodge. If you make a giant wall, then even if they see them coming, they might just be forced to eat one. But overall, this game is going pretty nicely for us. I mean, ship-wise, we are still pretty much even. But we got the objectives, and the enemy team doesn't have an easy way of getting them right now, and the carrier keeps ignoring me. And you see those torps all missed, unfortunately. So, I'm still wary of the carrier, though. I mean, currently I have my smoke ready, so I can't just drop into concealment. And look at that! I found the Khabarovsk. So, yeah, now this Kurfürst is pushing, like, this Kurfürst would need a lot of help. This Kurfürst probably desperately wants to take a cap and do an aggressive move. Unfortunately, his teammates are not willing to help him out. And the Kurfürst is obviously lacking any kind of spotting when it comes to my torpedoes. He might have Hydro, but even if he did, like, it's obviously reacting too late. Well, I assume his Hydro was down, to be honest. Now, this is an ideal situation for a Shimakaze. The enemy team actually is pushing in right now. Now, we've got the Kurfürst. They didn't time their push rather well, because they're coming basically one after another. But if you have, like, ships pushing towards you, that's amazing. You can't really torpedo ships that are running away from you. That's like a dream situation for any Shimakaze. There is also 2 Montanas, and my torps might just hit both of them, depending on how they maneuver. Now we are doing pretty fine ship-wise, points-wise we are just running away at this point, and the carrier still hasn't come to spot me. I've been here the entire match. It's pretty obvious, like when I took the cap it was obvious, and since I continue torping them it's like... yeah. But I guess the enemy carrier just really doesn't care. B is still contested by this Des Moines, there is still nothing I can do about it. We have a pretty huge fleet here that could just push in, but... there is no need to rush, I guess, at this point. And got 3 torp hits, hit both of those guys. Now I'm just, like, you know, hoping some more. Once again, maybe it would be a good idea to just sync up all my torp launches and create some bigger walls. But, you know, so far, everything seems fine. Our battleships here are also like, they are going in the front now, which is nice, so they are meeting the enemy charge. They don't let the cruisers sit in the front. Like, oftentimes in situations like this, you see battleships just starting to reverse for no reason. But ours are now moving forward, and probably means glorious things. Got another torp hit here, like, I mean, it's no devastating strikes there, but the damage is slowly just accumulating. One of those guys is flooding, and they're probably going down. Like, my torps are soon reloaded. B might be open now because the Des Moines left, but I just want to stick around here for maybe one more salvo of torps. And I somehow just hit the Gascogne. Now, remember this torp salvo that hit the Gascogne? One of those torps went in the Montana, which means the entire torp salvo should have been spotted, like, for a long time. But I guess he managed to take one. Maybe he just wanted to have some fish. So having some torps going towards those Montanas, it looks like he dodges this, unfortunately, but I mean, they are going down. Oh look, this Montana has lost one of its front turrets permanently. Poor guy. But I mean, it's soon over for him. It will soon be over. Also like the enemy Gascogne, who decided to not help push, because like in this situation he decides that he's rather running for the zone wall instead of trying to actually do something more productive. At least he took one of my torps, so like, nice of him, I guess. Now, I'm on my way towards B. The Des Moines still seem... I mean, currently the Des Moines seems to be chasing a Minotaur around the B cap. But there is the distinct possibility of getting raided. Now, I'm not too concerned. Like, we have a pretty big lead. If I get sunk here, I have no doubt that my team will still achieve victory there. They might be a little bit too interested in chasing down this Gascogne, but we still have a huge lead here. And I was thinking about torping the Des Moines here. The Des Moines is I'm pretty sure the Des Moines is pushing around here, but look at that Minotaur. That Minotaur is turning left. If I torpedo here, there is a high chance that the Minotaur might just sail into them, and I don't want to risk it, even though there is a good chance that I could catch a Des Moines here. Safety first. I could obviously try to warn the Minotaur here, but I really don't want to limit his maneuvers if he's facing a Des Moines. And there is never, like, you can never be sure if he actually looks at chat. And here is the Lemoyne as expected. His radar should still be on cooldown. I think so. I'm probably pretty safe. I have my own Lemoyne coming in here who will just help take care of this. And look at that. We have another little group of enemies. Just, you know, the enemy team is so nice in this battle. The carrier that ignores me, the enemies that are just clumping up and they are actually moving towards me so I can torp them. This whole battle just feels like a gift from the enemy team. And look at that, the carrier actually found me. We are 12 minutes in and it's the first time the carrier came near me. And he's actually trying to drop me now. Maybe he's realized that a destroyer exists in this battle. So let's just use some smoke, drop into teammate here. And meanwhile, why not talk some more, right? And you know, while we are already in smoke here, might as well just use my guns. Now my anti-air is on and it's farming the fighter plane that he's dropped above me. So there we go. Now the carrier obviously switched back to torpedo bombers. I mean, why keep going after the destroyer after all? It was probably just an accident that he tried to drop me there in the first place. And I still have a fire going on this Friedrich. I mean, the enemy like, our points are so high right now. If we sink something, we just win. So it's unlikely that I can do much more. Is this... He's still burning. But I mean, there's a lot left to burn and it's been burning for a while. So I don't think I'll get this Friedrich. Let's see if we can do something with this Hipper. He stopped burning. What a shame. So yeah, most likely we are just going to sink this Hipper and win this pretty weird battle that was just a gift to me from the enemy team, it looks like. It's nice when that happens, isn't it? So I'm now just going for open water gunboating because who cares, we've won this anyway and there is only a few seconds left before the inevitable victory. There we are with the results, and well, this game wasn't anything too spectacular, I suppose. Got a nice amount of damage, but mostly it was just a nice treat in today's meta game and showing you that games like this still exist. And with all the doom and gloom about destroyers, I have to say overall I still enjoy my Shimakaze. Now most games don't look like that, to be honest, but I'm still fairly successful overall. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you guys next time.